Hey, you ever meet that special someone, and then they totally try to murder you? Is that just me?
I hope you're going to be a good girl and play nice. Because if you give me any trouble, I swear, I will catch you so bad, you will not even make $10 per day sucking in the streets.
Please.
What if I told you that you are only worth $2,000? 6,000 if you're a virgin, but... Are you a virgin?
Okay, that situation got a little weird at the end. Please welcome Amber Heard, everybody. How are you?
Good, really good.
For what it's worth, and I know it's anecdotal, but I dialed up my buddy Magic Steve. He said you could fetch way more than that on the market. He's really good with that stuff. You were shooting this movie in Argentina, correct?
Yeah.
When you're out there, obviously it's kind of a dark movie, to say the least. When you're outside the set, do you get to go and explore the town and have a good time?
Yeah, you know, we managed to have a little fun. I was also a producer on this movie, so there wasn't a whole lot of time, free time, I guess you can say. But we managed to get out. We had fun exploring a little. I've spent a lot of time there. I've filmed a movie called The Informers there a year before.
So you went back. So you must have loved it the first time you were there.
Yeah, well, yeah. I mean, we had all sorts of kind of crazy run-ins. We were mugged, and our cab driver tried to.
Let's rewind that back for a second, because the part was like you probably enjoyed it because you shot another movie there.
Yeah. Well, you know, you get to know. We got to know, I guess, the underbelly of South America a little bit. It was a little like this movie here. But
well, did you just hop into someone's car assuming they were a taxi driver?
No, he was actually like a legitimate taxi driver. Not legitimate, but he was a taxi driver. But it's not like the States where, you know, you have my license number is, and if you lost anything, call this number.
Right.
It's nothing like that. And our cab driver decided to drive us out to the middle of nowhere to take our purse from us. And yeah, it was quite an adventure. But to make a long story short, we were...
this is a police report. It's not a story. This is an entirely different beast.
Yeah. So.
Well, I'm glad you survived unscathed.
Yeah,
so of course you wanted to go back there and film a movie that's all about being abducted.
Naturally,
because
I've been there. Done that.
Now you know the sights and the sounds and the smell.
Yeah.
When were you down there filming this?
It was during Carnival, which was our Carnival.
Yes.
And we had a good time. We were in this small little village in northern Argentina filming. So I guess the villagers in this little town for Carnival, they throw 3 things: water balloons, flour, and paint. Which is just different colored glue.
So they're antiquing you? They're just they're splashing with water and then dousing you with some gold metal?
Yeah, and sometimes eggs. If you're really lucky, you get some eggs. So they just kind of go around the town and throw things at each other. And so
between the muggings and getting an entire produce department thrown at me, I'm not exactly sold on Argentina.
And dairy too. We had eggs and all sorts of things like that. So that was fun. But Carnival's amazing, and people just drink way too much, and they run around in the streets and they throw these things at primarily visitors, I guess. Just, I don't know.
I love how we've just excused the drunken antics of Argentinians by saying, it's Carnival. They were drunk. I took an egg to the face.
We did, though. Odette and I went out, and we were wearing our clothes, from set, and we think that it's going to be something that we can just stand on the sidelines and watch and not really participate in. And I think it was, all of 3 seconds before Odette and I had eggs in our face, flour in our eyes, and paint all over our clothes.
And while wiping the tears and egg away, you go, oh, Argentina, great, thanks. Yeah. We should really do another film down here. Awesome. So,
yes, so I'm going there next year.
No, but congrats on being producing and acting. That's wearing multiple hats is ridiculous.
Thank you.
What is What would be scarier then, being abducted and forced into the sex trade, or running out of craft services with an audio guy who's angry on set? Like, which would be a more startling experience to you? Was it harder to produce or harder to put yourself into the character?
You know, it's weird kind of doing both jobs because as soon as they called cut or we went to lunch, I was back to work, and that's unusual. You know, when you're the lead of a movie, you're working already plenty.
Sure,
so
sure.
For me, I was
And
going
it's unusual
over,
for a producer to do any actual work as well.
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know about that.
I only said it because mine's right over there. I just want to make it very clear where I stand. But,
Nice.
But so you must have been just drained and exhausted.
Yeah, I worked constantly. There wasn't a lot of time for antics and partying, but luckily it was just nothing but carnival out in the streets, so I was fine just working.
Just worked a long day, and now you have to matrix dodge eggs and
Yeah,
water balloons
yeah.
and cab drivers.
Yeah, it kept me busy on the job.
Well,
I'll just say that.
congrats on surviving relatively
Thank you.
unscathed. I can't wait to see it. Thank you so much for
Thank
coming on,
you.
Amber. Really appreciate it. Guys, Amber Heard, you can pick up And Soon the Darkness on DVD and Blu-ray next Tuesday.